inevitably, every publisher I chat with, I always ask this question: Why? Why venture into publishing a print publication when everything and everyone says don't? You
Mm-hmm.
you lose your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
What was your motivation to launch the magazine?
Well, my motivation is like, this is so the antithesis of entrepreneurship, but it's not about the revenue and monetary production of the magazine. My motivation is to provide opportunities for fashion professionals that I did not have when I was in my 20s. So I'm blessed that my husband, we're a one-income family and we survive on that. And so I don't need this as revenue. This is purely passion to give other people opportunities. So yeah, if I lose my shirt, it's okay because it's all just coming out of the magazine. You know what I mean?
Got it. So if that's the case, tell me what your success rate is in achieving your goal of why you set out to do this, and did you achieve that goal?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I have people every day who submit to me to be part of the magazine or the Ohio Fashion Week, which is the annual fashion show we do.
Yep.
I have no problem finding professionals to feature. Like, they come out of the woodwork, which is exactly what my goal was to give a platform to people who would otherwise not have a platform. So I would say my success rate is pretty good because everybody who's in there is an example of my goal. So
why Ohio? I mean, Ohio's not exactly because you're there.
Yeah. Because this is where I didn't have the opportunity. If I lived in New York, then the opportunity would have been there. Sure. But I live in the Midwest and I didn't have opportunity when I was, fresh out of college, and I wanted to work for a magazine, but I was not. I was pretty cosmopolitan for my area, but I wasn't ready to live alone in New York City at 20. Yeah. So that's why, because I want to give exactly what I was looking for that wasn't there. So.
And tell me about the magazine. I read that it says that your goal was to highlight the beauty of each person, regardless of age, gender, size, ethnicity, ability, challenges, LGBTQ, that you not only accept what the industry considers non-traditional models, but you actually seek them out to show the diversity and bring a light to the beauty in everyone. That's a pretty bold statement, especially now where the world is crazy.
Yes. No, that is one of my main focuses, is to show 100% inclusivity and diversity in everything we do, because fashion is historically very limited and very myopic in what they consider to be beautiful. And I believe that beauty is in every single human, so I look for differences to be able to highlight what beauty can come from that.
That's awesome. And have you found that you've gotten support from your community in what you're doing? And if so, have you gotten advertising support? I saw some advertising in there. I couldn't determine what your editorial weight was, but on 132 pages, it didn't look like that your advertising weight was very heavy.
No, it isn't. I'm basically like a one-person job here, so some things fall through the cracks, and seeking, salesmanship is one of those things. So if the ad doesn't really fall into my lap, then I don't have time to go seek it.
Sure.
Because I spend most of my time creating content that I am proud to put out there. So it would be nice to have a lot more ads. Yes, absolutely. But, and the other thing that I do is, because I also have been, I've been on all facets of it. I've fashion design, I've owned a boutique. I know all about the cost of advertising. Sure. And I understand the value of advertising, but I think that people charge entirely too much for it. It's ridiculous. And so one of my other things is that I have very affordable ads that even sole proprietors can afford. The single chair hairstylist can afford to advertise in my magazine. So, but again, it comes down to time. I just simply, it's a full plus time job to create the content, assemble the content.
Absolutely.
So
And
that's one of the things that does fall through, and I wish it didn't, but it does. Something is.